Okay. And then we can interpret the answers now. And just a reminder, I said a few minutes ago that I only randomly extracted 5,000 observations, and the true sample size is 100,000. So interpret these mean earnings with a bit of caution. Okay. So at provincial level, clearly, people from Gauteng and Western Cape earn the highest on average. And then by population group, the white population earn the highest on average. By gender, male earns higher on average. And then finally, you know the human capital theory you learn from your undergrad labor economics. I'm not sure if you did labor economics at undergrad. So the more educated you are, the higher your earnings. So that explains why those who have post-matric qualifications would earn the highest. Okay. Then we can go back to the pivot table. This time we want to do a two-way tabulation, poverty status by province, race, gender, education. So again, insert pivot table, existing sheet, location. I think I will put it here. Okay. Province, status, remember two-way tabulations, and I want to count the number of poor and count the number of non-poor in each province. Okay, so this is the correct suggestion by Excel, count. Okay, so let's interpret that. 5,000 is the grand total or the overall sample size. Out of the 5,000 people, 1,500, or I think in percentage terms, it's 30%. They are poor, and then the remaining 70% are non-poor. And then you can see the provincial results here. Okay, straightforward. Then we can do the next field. I'm going to keep my voice mute. I'm not going to say anything. Okay, so you should try to do it on your own if possible. Last one. Okay, done. Okay, let me leave the answers for 30 seconds. Okay, and now we can work out the poverty rate. I think this is the shortcoming of pivot tables. So this one, in Eastern Cape, it will be 187 people divided by 490. Okay, and then we can convert to percentage terms. Okay, then you might wonder, can we use that dragging option to derive the results for other provinces? And unfortunately, the answer is no. This is the shortcoming of pivot table. So you have to derive, you see 38.16% for all provinces, which is not right. So unfortunately, you have to do it one province at a time. And then the same explanation applies for gender, race, and education. I will only do it for province here. So when you have time, you can derive the poverty rates for gender and so forth. So remember, I said previously the national poverty rate is 30%. Okay. So when you have time, if you go back to the questions, you can plot the poverty rate column chart by province. Okay, so poverty rate is the highest in Limpopo, but lowest in Gauteng and Western Cape. And then you can do it by race. Okay, line chart. This I did it on as an experiment, just to show you the 3D figures. It is really too much. I won't recommend 3D figures for a serious, formal academic research paper, but just to show you how how scary or exaggerating a 3D figure looks like. So I discourage anyone from choosing the 3D figure option. And then horizontal bar chart, results by education. So again, those who are highly educated with post-matric qualifications, they enjoy lower poverty likelihood. Okay, I rather want to focus on the last one now, the regressions. Okay. So can we move to sheet 8? Okay, so you have the X values, study hours, Y values, marks. Okay, and then I'm going to derive the regression results here. Just to let you know in advance, you have to interpret the results leftwards, actually. You are going to have the constant here, then the slope parameter will be to the left of the constant. Then followed by the standard error of the parameters, R square, F stats, degrees of freedoms, residual sum of square. So what you need to do is I need to follow the combine, actually. LinEst, L-I-N-E-S-T, it means linear estimation, ordinary least square, you remember that? Followed by B2 to B11, which is the Y values, and then the X values, A2 to A11. And then there are two questions you need to answer. The answer will be true. We can see what the questions are. So first click A13 equal LINEST, linear estimation, bracket. You see the question by Excel in bold, the Y value. So it will be from B2 to B11, comma. So we just answered the first question. There are 4 questions we need to answer. Second question, the X value. So meaning from A2 to A11, then comma. Next question, do we need a constant in the regression? Yes, but the keyword is true but not yes. Hey, keep that in mind. True. Comma, stats. I think the answer is true. We want the additional regression statistics as precise as possible. So this is the first answer, but it's not the only answer. So what we need to do is to highlight A13 to B17. Okay. Then go back to the question. Press F2. I need to keep that in mind. It has been quite a while since I did this type of question. F2, press F2 and then Control Shift Enter simultaneously. Control Shift Enter. So highlight the data range. Press F2. Does it really work now? Control Shift Enter. No, it doesn't seem to be working. Highlight F2. Why is it not working? F2. No. Or is it not working on my laptop? Or I would be worried actually. And then let me just try it again. No, maybe the problem comes from my laptop. Let me go back to the questions. Yeah, A13 to B17, F2. It doesn't work on my laptop. You rather adjust the brightness of my monitor. Control Shift Enter. Then what must I do now? Maybe I should show you the quick videos actually. Because in the YouTube channel, I created 2 versions. The first version is the quick explanation without my voice. Okay. And then now I'm doing the second group of videos with my verbal explanation. So unfortunately, it didn't work on my laptop. So maybe I should show you how it actually looks like. I think it is this one actually. Very sorry about it, but there's nothing I could do. But at least I can show you how the results look like. Okay, no, not this one. Let me go back to, yes, the ninth video. So I have to, I think, yes, this is the one. Yeah, first highlight the Y data range comma, then the X data range comma, then you answer true twice. Yes. And then you highlight this data range. And then F2. Yes, it rather works in my old laptop. Yes. Okay. So I hope it works on your laptop. Let me play it again. So just to go back to the slides. Okay. Highlight A13 to B17, press F2 and then Control Shift Enter. So it rather works in my old laptop. So I will just play this video now. And then you do it for the other sheet when we run the other regressions. So for this one, it is once again a bivariate regression. So this is the constant 19 point something, then the slope 1.8 something. Now this one is multivariate regression. You see marks explained by study hours and party hours. Okay, let me pause here. This is the Y range, C2 to C6. And the X range, be careful, it involves two variables. So you highlight from A2 to B6, two columns of data because it is a multivariate regression involving two explanatory variables. And then true twice. Okay. Again, you have to interpret the regression results leftwards. Okay. Let me pause here. So this is the constant. 55 point something. This is the first slope parameter in connection with study hour 6.127, meaning the more time you spend studying, your performance would improve. And then the next slope parameter in connection with party hours minus 1.0041, meaning the more time you spend partying, then the worse your academic performance. And you see R square is close to 1, and then computed F statistics. Another multivariate regression, this time it involves a dummy variable or intercept dummy, the female dummy. Okay, and then it is similar story for the last three regressions actually. So I hope you are happy with the demonstration despite the issue with my laptop. Okay, I'm very sorry about it. This time, this multivariate regression involves